Hello everyone, the XAU breakdown as promised. I'm not gonna waste any much of your time. Let's just get into it. But before we do that, I would like you to subscribe, like, and share this video to your friend because I'm sure you're going to find it insightful. Right? So without wasting any much of your time, let's hop into the XAU. As you can see, we're on the 4-hour time frame and we're looking bearish on this price action right here. But then the problem is, okay, I told you guys I was gonna do what? I was gonna make a video explaining how I got into the XAU sales. Sorry, my bad. The XAU buys yesterday, and I made an analysis, and I told you that price was going to do what? Take out this high and then dump, right? Because that was my expectation. I had an expectation that price was going to do what? It was going to take out this external high and then dump. And I noticed I saw a lot of people on X and on Instagram trying to sell XAU from here. Some already did what? Some already sold from here, and I knew that wouldn't work. I knew that wouldn't work. Why? Because we have external, we have external here, and we needed to create the third high to give what? To give price that push, that momentum that it needed to do what? To dump into what? This fair value gap right here. This fair value gap. And possibilities might actually give us a chance for price to notice this fair value gap as well. Right, but then let me show you what I genuinely looked at, because I usually start my analysis with the daily. With each day I start my analysis with the daily, right? Now looking at this daily time frame here, if I move to the line chart, I have what? I have a breakout. Now where do I have these breakouts? I have this volume breakout here, right? Now I use this breakout on the line chart because it's the volume. That's where the volume is on the price action, right? The volume aren't at the wick, they are at the body. So if you notice this key level, I had this first key level right here. So price it was tagged into this key level, right? Price tagged into this key level right here. Give us the first rejection from that key level. This V-shaped key level give us the first rejection from this key level. Give us the second rejection from this key level right here, and did us a very, very, very big favor by doing what? By violating this key level here, this support zone here, by violating it right here with what? With an imbalance, right? So price violated this key level right here with an imbalance and left out an external liquidity, right? So price left out an external liquidity right here, and it dropped further, so confirming the bearish pricing on this market. Right now, let me let you in on something. If you notice, price was also rejecting from a key level around here, right? But that wasn't really valid enough to do what? To have price breakouts of this point, because this was an internal demand zone, right? This was an external liquidity, so for sure price had to reject from here. Okay, so as soon as price got to here, it took out this external high, right? Excuse me, it took out this external high and did what? And created another high. Now you notice this high right here. You see that this high traded very close to that key level that I marked out, right? This high right here traded very close to that key level that I marked out here, right? causing lots of people to do what? To trade from this point and do what? And put stop losses above, right? You'd trade from this point and then have your stop loss placed above this guy, and next thing price came to violate this guy. But that wasn't even really it, right? Now I saw that this guy was what? An external liquidity, a POI inducement, and what? An engineered liquidity. So this guy is three things. One, it's an external liquidity because on the lower time frame it's an external high for me. That would be the high where I would want to target, to set my profit target at, right? So that's number one, my external liquidity, right? Number one, my external liquidity. Number two, it's a POI inducement or an engineered liquidity. Now, why is it a POI inducement? A POI inducement is created when price trades close towards a supply. Price trades close to a supply dump, but then doesn't um excuse me, doesn't achieve its objective, which is what? Take out this external liquidity. So doesn't achieve that objective. So this guy right here becomes what? A POI inducement, which price would need to take out later in the future and then dump. And that's also is called an engineered liquidity because price would what? Price would engineer this action right here and then come back later to take it out and drop. So that being said, we look at this guy right here. This guy was a POI inducement. Now with this POI inducement, I saw price action. When I looked at price action, price was already here on the H4. Now I marked out, I went down to the H1 and then marked something very, very, very important. Now on the H1, I marked out this demand zone right here with my Gann box. I marked from this high to this low, right? Now I marked from this high to this low. If you look at, you'd see that this guy here was a resistance broken turn support, right? Potential support, right? Let's not say turned support, it's turned potential support. And this guy was a support, right? A potential support as well. Now I had this high and I had this high and I had what? I had the equilibrium. Now what I expected from price was to do what? Was to either use this guy, close above, or trade into this guy and close above. So these are the two things I was expecting price to do what? To do, tag into this guy, close above, or tag into this man right here and close above. So on the candlestick chart, you could actually see that obviously price did not close above when it traded into this resistance turn support, but it rejected, it traded into this support, this v-shaped support on the line chart because of the volume lying under here. You can see that this guy right here was what? This was a market structure, right? Basically your what? Your ABC, and price came, tagged into the B leg and did what? And then moved higher. So you see that this guy on the line chart, price did what? Took out the low, that was actually where the volume is, rejected and closed above. Now when price rejected and closed above, that was when I actually knew that okay, price might actually be giving us what? Some kind of like a potential buys, right? Potential buys. So we then had this guy right here, engineered liquidity, right? Now mind you, gold really understands how to trap traders. Gold lookingly truly understands how to trap traders. Now you see that this guy right here would have been, price would have bombed out on this guy. This was the bomb, right? This was the bomb. Now why was this the bomb? Because you'd see that we have sell zone, we have Quasimodo, sell zone, POI inducement, price takes POI inducement. But you cannot be selling a POI inducement when you have a bullish order flow, because right here, right now, we have what? A bullish order flow. Price tapped into this demand, rejected, right? Gave a breakout here, started trading bullish, tapped into what? Kept tapping into demand, right? Kept tapping into demands, kept tapping into demands, kept tapping into demands, right? Now you cannot have this bearish POI inducement just like that, because price is what? Bullish. Because price is bullish, genuinely bullish, right? Price is genuinely bullish right here. So we got this point right here, and price came and closed above after tapping this V-shaped key level, closed above this open close level here. So this would be my close at this open close level, or this was my close at this open close level, and left out what? Left out a wick as an inducement. Good stuff price is doing. Good stuff price is doing. Left out a wick as an inducement, and came and tapped into this what? This V-shaped key level, and rejected. Now, price rejected from here, excuse me, gave the first rejection, gave the second rejection, gave the third rejection, and closed above. Now, I told you on the Telegram that I was looking for a close above on this guy right here to buy. Right? I was looking for a close above on this guy right here to buy. So I took my buys. Actually, I took my buys from here, but this close right here confirmed the buys. Right? This close confirmed the buys, and you would see this was actually a valid QM. Because this was a sweep of liquidity, break of structure right here, in line with the bullish order flow, right? In line with the bullish what? With the bullish order flow, right? In line with the bullish order flow. Take your longs here for confirmation, right? Your stop loss below these guys, and your take profits must only be at where? At the external high, which will be here, right? But I had my take profits somewhere around here because of this key level. So you can see that as soon as price tagged the key level, it didn't even want to listen to anything, any other opinion any other person had. It did what? It just boom. It dumped. Price just dumped from that daily open close, daily resistance turn support key level, from that daily resistance turn support key level. And that's actually what I've been talking about. That's what I've actually been talking about on these guys right here. See, price just dumped, and that was exactly how I analyzed this price action would go on my Telegram, and price definitely played out that way. So banked on the buys, but was satisfied enough to leave before the sales happened, and that was it for XAU. That was it for XAU. So if you understand the video, and if you don't understand the video, you can actually ask your questions in the comment section. Leave a like, leave a subscription, and I would see you on the very, very, very next one. And also do well to join live sessions in my Telegram channel absolutely for free. See you on the next one. Bye bye.